Why is it that some channels can't break over 10 views while others, like Learn from Leo here, can get over 50,000 views on his very first video? Well, after analyzing hundreds of channels, I found the patterns that allowed him to go viral fast. And sadly, they're things that new creators often get wrong. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 3 biggest YouTube mistakes to avoid at all costs and how to fix them so you can get more views and one day monetize your channel. So let's dive into the first mistake, and I think that the best way to describe this is with a book. So imagine this book right here is your YouTube video. Now let's say you've written the most amazing book in the world, but you wrap it up with this boring, dull, gray wrapping, and the title just says book. Would anyone pick it up to read? Probably not. But what if we took a book that was completely garbage and gave it the most epic cover as well as the most epic title ever? Suddenly it's the bestseller that everybody's talking about. And your title and thumbnail works the exact same way. It's the first thing viewers see and it's what compels them to click. Now imagine you're in a bookstore. It's filled with books everywhere, just like how the YouTube homepage is filled with hundreds of videos. So with all the competition, your video only has a few seconds to capture the viewer's attention. So here's what you need to do. You need to put more time into your titles and thumbnails. Now it's happened to me multiple times where I would finish making the video, but then when it came to making the thumbnail, I would be stuck. There wouldn't be a title and thumbnail idea which was good enough while still actually being relevant to the video. For this reason, you should actually make the title and thumbnail first before making the actual video, because you don't want to waste time on a video and then realize that there's not a good way to package it. Now the next big mistake I made a few years back, and trust me, it's a pitfall that many YouTubers, including you, will probably make. So I just started my YouTube journey and I was looking online for guides on how to get more views, and it seemed like most of the advice at the time was something along the lines of, you need to upload daily videos because the algorithm will reward you for it. So I took their advice and I started pumping out videos as fast as I could. Now making a video every single day is very hard, and on top of that I had school as well, so time was a big issue for me. And in order to meet the daily upload schedule, it resulted in mediocre, rushed, just trash content. The videos were absolutely garbage, and I didn't even learn much because all I was thinking about was how to make the video as fast as possible. But one day I was watching Mr. Beast and I noticed that he got an insane amount of views. So I decided to check out his channel and I noticed that he didn't even upload that much. In fact, he would only upload once a month. So that was weird because everyone was saying that you needed to upload daily videos, but then you have here the fastest growing creator on the platform and he was doing the complete opposite. So I decided to switch up my strategy and I made with making one banger video instead of pumping out daily uploads. Now when I was done, I was actually scared of hitting the publish button because it took me a whole 7 weeks to make the video. And you can just imagine how demotivating it would feel if something that you put so much effort into just faded away into the depths of the algorithm. But I hit publish and 24 hours later I went to look at the analytics. So the video was 12 minutes long and actually managed to get a watch percentage of over 40%, which was an all-time high for me. But the views were still trash. Now this confused me a lot, but 3 weeks after I uploaded the video, it actually started to gain traction, and then it ended up becoming my best video at the time. But most importantly, I learned a lot from making this video, and those skills would allow me to repeat that success on future uploads. So lesson number 2 is to focus on quality rather than quantity. But 7 weeks on one video is a little extreme. You could argue that by posting more, you actually end up getting more practice, which then would result in better videos. So I think that weekly uploads is probably the sweet spot. That way you get a good amount of uploads while still having enough time to actually analyze your videos and figure out how you can improve it for the next one, which then takes us on to the third big mistake. So to illustrate this, imagine it's track and field day and you have the 100-meter sprint. So all the runners, they line up and everybody goes with the traditional running stance. But there's this one dude who goes with the Naruto stance. He might have autism or something. But anyways, the race starts and the Naruto guy just gets completely smoked. He gets destroyed. He finished last because he tried to innovate too much. Now I'm not saying to just become an NPC and just copy everybody else. Creativity is still important, but you need to learn how to walk before you can run. So let me tell you a story about my own experience. So I was ready to give up on this YouTube grind. My YouTube channel wasn't going anywhere. Same with my TikTok account. Everything I did just seemed to fail. And one day when scrolling through TikTok, I noticed the exact same video, but it was made by different creators. And they both had 1 million views each. So that gave me an idea. And I'm ashamed to admit this, but I found a bunch of viral videos and I just copied them word for word. Then boom, I posted the first one and it got over 100,000 views and ended up blowing up my TikTok account. So then I decided to do something similar on YouTube and it worked too. Now we don't want to copy word for word because it's not even the best strategy. In fact, if you add your own unique spin, you'll actually get better results. But remember how the first lesson in the video was to focus on titles and thumbnails? Well, this is where the copycat strategy works best for YouTube. You've probably noticed many YouTubers using similar titles and thumbnails. Well, that's the dark truth about YouTube. It's just this big copycat circle. One person innovates and then all the losers come in to steal the idea, including me. I'm a part of that too. But that's just how life is in general, not just YouTube. Every hit song is just a copy of another song. Every big movie follows the same story structure. It is what it is. But we don't want to just copy without thought. We need to actually understand why it works. That's how you're able to be the guy that innovates and comes up with the next trend that then everyone else just comes in and steals. But if you're lucky, you can actually ride the trend for a bit until all the losers come in and start copying you. But speaking of copying the tactics that work, who better to learn from than the most subscribed YouTuber on the platform? And you'd be surprised that a lot of these tricks are things that small channels can use too. So watch my deep dive where I reveal the secret tactics Mr. Beast uses to get more views.